All right, up next is going to be Mahana in Orlando. Hey, Mahana, how are you?
Better than I deserve, Mr. Ramsey. How are you?
Just the same. How can I help?
I've been listening to your show now for about 7 months, and I'm on baby step one. I have about $700 saved. I make about $45,000 a year. My wife was out of work for about 8 months, and I was providing for the 5 of us. We just had a newborn. She's 6 months old. Her name's Mayella. Mm-hmm. And I am stuck in the position of deciding to get out of renting and purchasing a home. We spoke to a mortgage broker who pre-approved us for $300,000, and we found a few homes that are under that price. And I'm not sure which step to take, if we should continue going in the direction of renting until we get our debts paid off, or if we should buy a home. And the reason why is because our marital relationship is kind of on a bumpy road, and the D word's been thrown around a few times, and I'm not sure financially nor maritally which way I should go.
Yeah. Well, let me just tell you, having kids and buying a house does not make a bumpy marriage better.
Yeah.
And so we need to solve that before we start making permanent decisions like kids and houses. So if the D word is being thrown around, that means you guys need to be in good marriage counseling. And a good thing to do while you're working on that stuff is work on the debt. I would tell you to be debt-free and have your emergency fund in place before you buy a house. Now, that may not be real popular advice, but I don't really care if it's popular. It's the proper and smart and wise thing to do. Because when you buy a house and you have no money and you have debt payments coming out your ears, the house is no longer a blessing. It becomes a curse. And you add a little bit of marital strife to that, now you got a real mess on your hands. So I would tap the brakes on buying the house for right now. I'd concentrate my financial energies on 2 things. 1, getting out of debt, and 2, learning to work together. And the learning to work together part would be part of you guys healing and working on your overall relationship. How long have you been married?
We've been together for 3 years, married for 2 years, and it's been a struggle trying to get her on the baby step program with me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you guys in a good church?
Yes, we've listened to a few podcasts from one pastor we enjoy named Stephen Furtick, and we go to a great church down here in Naples called Destiny Church.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Stephen's a friend of mine. So he's a great preacher. Just make sure you're in a good church, and your local church there, you might contact the pastor and say, hey, we need to sit down with somebody and work on some basic relationship things. Because, a marriage license doesn't come with a handbook. And most of us, I've been married 34 years, dude, and I got to tell you, there's been times in our marriage we about killed each other. It was not fun. And Sharon laughs and says we've been married 34 years but had 27 good years of marriage. My point is everybody has what you got at some point, just about. But it's not going to get better on its own. The car is not going to get clean unless you wash it, right? It doesn't just, you can't just leave it out in the rain. That's not going to work out for you. And so you guys treat this like it was something that you need to learn, because you do. And I would work on that and encourage you in your marriage, and get your pastor on board with you, and start listening to marriage things out there, and, read Henry Cloud, and read Les Parrott, and read Eggridge is his book. Love and Respect is a good book. And I'll give you a copy of that one, as a matter of fact. I'll throw it in right now. He's a friend of mine, too, and great writer. So that's the kind of stuff you need to do. And I'll tell you what, you go through Financial Peace University, too. I'll pay for that. Maybe that'll help the marriage part of the money thing. But don't buy a house until you get out of debt and get your marriage off the edge of the rocky shores. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show.